in the 100 days graphic design challenge. So I'm just going to hit my create new, and then I'm using 1024 by 1024 pixels. I'll click create, and the next thing I'm going to do is to bring in my resources. So I head over to this place. I already selected this one, and then I hit my control and this. I drag it into my Photoshop like this. I'm going to hit enter. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to edit this particular image. So I'm just going to click on the one beneath, and then I'll close the eyes, and then this one I'll increase it like this. Let's see. Okay, I'll just Ctrl Z, and then I'm just going to resize my canvas to fit the size of this particular image. So I head over to image, canvas size. Okay, we are going to reduce only the width. Let's see, 800. Okay, let's reduce again to, let's increase it a bit, 830. Okay, so this is it. We are using 830 by 1024. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is to click on this, and then I'm just going to head on to filter, and I'll select my camera raw filter. This is it here. I'll wait for it to load. Okay, so now that it has loaded, I'm just going to increase the contrast, and then I'll touch on the shadows. Okay, texture, I'll increase the texture, clarity, the haze. Okay, so I'm just going to head over to color mixer here, and then I'll just touch on this a bit, not too much. Okay, then I'll also go over to luminance, and then I'll just touch it a bit, not too much. Just going to hit OK. So this is what we have here. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to type my text. I'm just going to type Happy New Week. So I'll just type HAPPY. I'll drop my 2. I'll increase this like this, and then I'm just going to change the font. Enter. I'm going to change the font. Head over to properties. Okay, character, and then I'll change this to Libas. Okay, this is it. Okay, then I'm just going to, the space in between is looking too much, so I'll just reduce this, not too much, a bit. Okay, as 100 is okay. I'll just bring it here, and then I'm going to increase this, bring it here. I'll hit enter, then I'll change the color. This is it. I'm going to use this blue. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I'll just click OK on this particular image, and then I'll click Ctrl J to duplicate. I'll head over to my select, and I'll click subject. Okay, now it has selected the subject. I'm just going to click here. So after that, I'm going to drag this, I'll bring it so that it will be behind the image, and then I'm just going to type new week. Okay, before then, let me see if I use hue and saturation on this, how it will look like. Okay, plus 13 is okay, so this is fine. I'll head back to my layers, and then the next thing I'm going to do now is to, you can see that this particular image is not affected because it is above. I'm just going to bring in this, I'll take it upwards, I'll see it, then I'll just reduce it like this. I'll reduce it this way, then I'll just bring it here. I'll just bring it here and I'll hit enter. Then I'm going to apply hue and saturation. So I'm going to change the color to have blue. Okay, this is okay. So I head over to my layers and I'm going to clip it only on this particular image. So I'll just increase this a bit more like this. I'll just drop it here and hit enter. Then I'll use my alt key, bring it to this place. I'll turn it like this. Then I'm just going to blur this one. I will use motion blur. So I head over to filter, head over to blur, motion blur. Okay, so this is it. I'm using this and this. I'll just click OK. Then for this particular one, I'm going to use my alt and drag, and I'm going to right click and create clipping marks. So now that I've added my happy, the next thing I'm going to add is new week. So I'm just going to type a new text layer, and then I'll say new week. I'm just going to head over to this place, and I'll increase the size first like this, and then the next thing I'm going to do is to change this. I'll be using monument. Okay, this is it, monument, or I'll be using the regular. Okay, I have this, so I'm just going to reduce this like this. As you can see, the text is jam-packed, so I'm just going to use this. I'll just hit enter, and then I will increase this like this. Okay, this is okay, 0. Then I'll just reduce it a bit more so that it will align with the happy. Just it will start where the happy started, and you know how the head started and end. Okay, like this. I'll hit enter. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to double click. I want to add a gradient. I'll double click on it and I'll head over to gradient color, gradient overlay, and then I'll pick blue here. I'm just going to pick this. This blue is not looking that bright. Okay, let me just cancel. I'll just change this blue. I'll head back to character here. Then I'm going to pick this one. Okay, then the next thing I'll do is to go again, double click, then I'll get over to gradient overlay, and then I'm just going to click here, this particular image. I'll pick this. Okay, then for this one I'm going to pick this, but to be a lighter kind of. Okay, then I'm just going to click here, and then I'll reduce the opacity to 0 like this. Then I'll click OK. Then I'll bring this down. I'm going to change the angle to be this way, and I'll uncheck this. like this. Let us say -90, then okay. So as you can see, it's not visible. I'm just going to remove this. I'll just leave it at 0. So you see what we have here. I'll just double click on this gradient. I will just adjust this a little bit more. I'll click here. Let me increase the opacity of this a little bit. Let's see. So I've increased the opacity to 9. The next thing I'm going to do, I'll bring this here. I'm going to turn it, and then I'll reduce it like this. I'll bring it here, and then I'll hit enter. Then for this one, I head over to this place. I use my Alt. I bring it here. I right click, create clipping mask like this. So this is what we have. Then I'm just going to type the hustle continues. I'll just type the hustle continues. The hustle continues. I'll drop my 2. Then I'm just going to head over to my characters or properties, and then I'll just bring this down like this. Then I'll hit enter, and I'll change the font. It's this font, and then I'll reduce this. I'll change it to this. Enter. Then the space is too much, so I'm just going to reduce this and then bring it this way. Then I'll just reduce it like this. Enter. I'll just bring it here, and then I'll take this up a bit like this. Then I'll click here. I'm just going to use, I'll head over to layers, and then I'm going to use one of these. Okay, I'll just use multiply. Then I'll reduce this a bit more like this. And then I'm just going to leave it here. Okay, I'll just change this color. It's as though it's too bright. I'm just going to pick happy. So I head over to this place. I click here, and then I'm just going to click on this. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have. The next thing I'm going to do now is to hit my Shift Control Alt E. Okay, I can still add a rectangle here and add maybe your Facebook handle or something. Then I'll just head back to filter. I'm going to click camera raw filter. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm just going to head back to basic, and then I'll just increase the texture, not too much. So that's all. Okay, I'll just touch on the contrast. Now hit OK, and then I'm just going to filter and then noise, add noise. Just going to add a little bit of noise like this, and then I'll hit OK. Okay, this is too much. Ctrl Z, filter, noise, add noise. Don't want it to be too much. This is okay. I'm going to hit okay. So with that, we have come to the end of this particular design, and I'll see you in the next design.